Yo. It's been a while since we've been in this setting. I think like a couple of weeks. Or wait, did I shoot a video since I've been? Anyway, doesn't really matter. You know what time it is. Today we're gonna be making some toast, and I'm gonna be talking to you guys about being uncomfortable. So let's get it. Hello. It is your friend, Luke Lou, Lactose Soy Milk. Happy Thursday. I hope all of you guys are doing well. I hope you're eating well. And I hope you're feeling good. You know, today we're going to be making two of my favorite types of toast. And as you know, I love bread. And I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about living in a way that makes you uncomfortable. You know, a lot of times it might seem like these voiceovers don't really necessarily have any sort of correlation at all with the videos. And, you know, often than not, it doesn't necessarily have a correlation, but at least with this specific episode, it kind of does. And the reason is because one of the most often reasons why I eat bread nowadays is to prepare myself for a run. I know that might sound pretty gross, but you know, it works for me. It's kind of a way for me to justify all like the carbs I eat. But I was just thinking about this the other day about how running is something that I hated for most of my life, even though I played sports, even though I wrestled, even though I used to play rugby. I never liked to run. And it was only something I was able to adopt into my life maybe in the past 2 years. I'm more of a distance runner. I've completed a half marathon in Singapore, and yeah, I run maybe 2-3 times a week. And it's something that honestly every single time I'm doing it I kind of hate. I find myself out of breath. I find myself looking really stupid, people staring at me when I'm in the park, but it's something that I do really enjoy, and it makes me uncomfortable. You know, when you think about it this way, if you kind of live your day to day in a way that makes you feel comfortable, your growth is very defined. Sure, you might be practicing things, you might have hobbies where you're challenging yourself, but there's always a way to kind of practice those things in a way that makes you feel comfortable. Maybe you don't want to push for that extra 5 minutes, and you're okay with settling with 2. Perhaps you're comfortable using the same artistic techniques and you really don't feel the need to explore yourself. But often than not, these type of fears, these type of defined boundaries we put for ourselves are the things that will allow for the most growth. I mean, when we even just think about it from a very simple basis, right? Like, let's just think about food and eating food. You know, I was never necessarily a picky eater, but my sister, she was a very picky eater when she grew up. Things like seafood really didn't appeal to her. She did not like even like protein. She didn't like most vegetables. And it was a struggle for her to just finish a meal. Like, she would find meals daunting. And once she kind of, you know, grew up, matured a little bit, and went out of her comfort zone to try things like sushi, try things like steak and all these other types of foods, mealtime became something she looked forward to instead of dreaded. So I just want to say this to you guys today. You know, maybe there's been something that you've been thinking about for a little bit. Maybe it's setting up a portfolio. Maybe it's setting up an Instagram. Whatever it is, I challenge you guys to do it because you guys will not regret it. That's it. Hope you guys are doing well. Love you. And don't drop your toast like I did. This is my favorite like late night snack, or like I usually eat this before I run. Bye.